line y equals 5 look like? Artur?
It's on the y-intercept 5.
Hits the y-axis at 5.
And it's from -2 to 2.
Okay, what does it look like in between? There's a word you've left out. I believe you know it, but there's a word you haven't used. Horizontal. Okay, so this is a horizontal line. It goes from here to here. I have to indicate the dots where it hits, and in this case, I have to leave them open. Why do I have to leave them open?
Because it's not less than or equal to. It's just
It doesn't actually equal it there. Okay?
Wait, that means that it doesn't have to be, doesn't it mean that it has to be dotted, not solid?
Nope, that's for the other type of inequalities. That's a different situation.
Wait.
Okay, the last one is y equals 3x.
But it says the function.
Wait, where did you get a 4 from?
Yeah.
You mean down here?
Uh-huh.
I have not
Why is
gotten
there
to
a
these
dot
yet.
right there? Why is that? No, why?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. just
No,
to
no,
be
no,
clear.
that dot.
Which dot?
That one, yeah.
This one here?
Yeah.
Okay, this is just where it hit the line. This is just where this line happened to hit my boundary.
Do we have to do that on
Yeah, you got to indicate a closed dot there
How do you
because
do
that tells me that you know it's equal to at that point.
How'd you find that, though?
Because it's equal to or less than or equal to.
This is just, I just pointed the line where it would go, or if it kept going, it would go through the origin shading. Does that make sense? I didn't mathematically find this point. I mean, what I did was I graphed this part, and then I erased it. This would have to be, and you know what, I think my scale is off, because knowing how this line behaves, which I'm not going to be that picky about on your test, this would have to be the point -2, 2. So my scale is definitely off, and I apologize for that.
So it
Should be -2, 2. Because that's a point on the line y equals -x. Okay? Now, how would I graph y equals 3x? Just how would I graph that one? What would it be, Artur?
It's 3 over 1x plus 0.
Yeah, for y equals 3 over 1x plus 0. What's the advantage to writing it this way?
Because you get the y-intercept.
Get the y-intercept,
You get the slope.
and you get the slope as directions. Yes, 3 up, 1 over. Now, this tells me to start at 0, go up 3 over 1, and then again go up 3 over 1, and that puts me on this line. Now, am I allowed to actually draw the line in there? Am I allowed to actually draw the line from here to here? No. Why not, Amanda? You're guessing because of the way I asked the question.
I know.
Okay. Artur, can you tell me?
Because the brick wall wouldn't allow you. So you have to do one more slope.
That's a great way. The brick wall won't allow me. Yeah, I like that way of putting it. 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have to go do one more slope. Up 1 over 1.
Now can you?
Yep, and now it starts here. Because I was told what to do, graph y equals 3x, and where to do it is when x is greater than or equal to 2.
So you can only draw the line if it's like hidden the line.
You can only draw
That-
the lines in the right region, okay? These 3 instructions here, these tell me places based on x coordinates where I'm allowed to draw things. I'm only allowed to draw this one when x is less than -2. I'm only allowed to draw this one when x is between -2 and 2, and I'm only allowed to draw this one when x is greater than 2. I'm not allowed to draw them anywhere else. Okay? Does that make sense about what's going on with a piecewise function? Yes, no, maybe?
Sure.
Not really. Some of you it is, some of you it isn't. Some of you had it down before we started. Some of you still don't. Okay, these two problems now. Don't skip ahead to this. Make sure you draw it first. Now, f of 0, I just said, means substitute 0 in for x, right?
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, which x over here?
3.
Which one of these 3? Here's where it takes some
Wait,
thinking.
where would you put the 0? For
F-
x? The 0 is x?
Yeah, f of 0, this is an instruction. It means substitute 0 in for x.
Yeah,
But I've got 3 different things here.
You do it for all of them.
Nope.
why?
Nope.
But why?
I don't do it for all of them.
But why?
Do you just do it over
Why don't
there?
you do it
The reason why
Do
is
it the
actually
one
on the board.
outside the bracket?
Pardon?
Just do the one outside the bracket? Or?
Just do the one. I'm not sure what you mean by
You
that.
do it for three, the last one, the third one.
Nope.
The first one.
Okay. I said one way to think of this is we divided this into 3 pens, 3 different corrals. I can't think of another analogy. What's a better word? Yards? I don't know.
Pen.
Think of any pens, any 3 things that are divided from each other in your own head, whatever works best. In which of these 3 pens, the left, the middle, or the right, does 0 reside?
The middle.
0 lives here in the middle, right? Which function of these 3
Five.
The second one.
corresponds to the middle?
5.
5. Then f of 0 means what is y when x is 0, and that only applies to this one.
The bottom one?
Nope, the middle one. Because 0 is in the middle of these 3 areas. Every time you do set this up like this, I've created 3 different areas. 0 lives in the middle. What is y everywhere in this middle region? What is y equal?
0.
What does y equal? 5. So f of 0 equals 5.
Is it undefined?
No,
But
it's 0. It's a slope of 0. Vertical lines are undefined. Okay, f of 0 is 5 because 0 lives in the middle, and this is the function that lives in the middle. This is the line that's there. F of 4, of these 3 regions, left, middle, or right, which region does 4 live in?
The
Last
right
one.
one.
Farthest right one. So what one equation do I look at?
3x.
3x. I only look at the equation that lives in the right one. I feel a little bit like I'm telling you guys a fairy tale at this point. The 3 little, this
So
is
your
the function
answer's
made of
12?
straw, this is a brick, this is a wood.
So your answer is 12?
My answer is 12 because it's
Why?
3 times 4,
What's 12?
which is 12. So when you're asked to find an actual value of a function by plugging in an x value, and it's a piecewise function, first you have to ask yourself, which piece of the piecewise function are we talking about? And you got to figure out where the x is to do that. That's what I can call these. These are pieces, because it's a piecewise function. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Does this help anyone at all?
Yeah, actually it did.
Do you want me to turn this off?
Yes, now's a good time to stop.